Cesaro Atta. Number 9, Osi Mamadou. Number 10, Ben Morris. Number 11, Emmanuel Onwunemi. Number 12, Gabriel Noel. Number 13, Justice Mukuna. Number 14, Chris Ari. And number 15, Tom Rice. Their coach Adam Digby and assistant coaches Mike Stanley and Paige Rice. Make some noise for MK5D. And now time to announce their opponents. Sporting the navy and green, the Xaverian Academy. Make some noise. And number 0, Kelvin Clements. And number 1, Jaden Gomes. And number 2, Erminas Pelinas. Number 3, Kevin Yorkie. Number 4, Donnie Goodwin. And number 6, Daniel Strazek. Number 7, Ferdinand Dapper. Number 12, Yomai May. Number 15, Bryce Tiaco. Number 19, Emilius Liverpool. And number 21, Braden Whitfield. Their coach Paul Cantwell and assistant coach Paul Brooks. Your finalists for the CBL Academy Finals, the Xaverian College and MK5D.
final here between Xaverian College and MK5D. John Hobbs, Isha Naya alongside me to bring you all the action here today. And Isha, we'll talk about the CBL final in just a moment, but obviously this is just one of 3 big games taking place here today. Of course, we have the WEABL final between Kohler and Copleston, and then it all culminates with Manchester Magic taking on Myers Co. And we'll talk about the EABL final first. 2 programs that have a great amount of history. They've been here a lot of times before, more often than not against each other. This is just going to be the latest chapter in an incredible series.
Yeah, I mean, we're in for a really good day of basketball action here. I mean, Myers Co, Magic, as he said, 2 sides that are kind of, they're used to the finals, whether that's EABL, whether that's under 18s, whether that's men's or whatever it is. These 2 teams are reoccurring names in the finals just around basketball, but 2 teams obviously both from the north. They've made that trip down all the way down to Essex today, but they faced each other in the league already this year. Both sides took a win. Magic won on the head-to-head, so they did finish the #1 seed, but it could go either way. I mean, any game could go either way really, but that one would be really exciting to see.
But we are going to start with the CBL final between Xaverian College and the Milton Keynes 50 Breakers. Starting 5s for the 2 teams, starting with Xaverian. They'll be starting with Kelvin Clement, Jaden Gomez, Arminas Pelenis, Dominic Goodwin, and Yoma Imei. There's the lineup for Xaverian College. You saw it on your screen just a second ago. For Milton Keynes, they'll be going with Calvin Oates, Gabriel Formaloza, Christian Egbaran, Ozzy Mahmoudou, and Ben Morris. 2 Coach of the Years on show as well today. Paul Cantwell for Xaverian and Adam Digby for MK5D. MK5D on the floor in red, and Xaverian coming onto the floor in navy blue. 3 officials for today's game: Benz Silvagi, Tim Routledge, and Johnny Borton. And a great amount of noise, mainly generated from the MK fans situated to our left, but there are some Xaverian fans that have made the trip from South Manchester to be here as well. Yeah, I mean, they had 2 teams in the Dynamic Schools finals yesterday. Straight away, the first score of the game for Calvin Clement. So yeah, a lot of support from Xaverian, but as you said, I mean, looks like they've got a school trip or something, do MK5D. Great to have that support though, especially here on a Thursday morning. Formaloza kicks it out. Lovely up and under layup is good for Ozzy Mahmoudou. Good start from both teams, but getting aggressive, getting after it. Yeah, it could be in for a high-scoring game today. I mean, got enough players on both sides who are really confident attacking the basket. 3 is up, but no good. Ball is loose, and it's taken by MK. Formaloza pushing, and lays it up and in. Great attacking play from Gabriel Formaloza, going right down Main Street. Yeah, Formaloza, a really great offensive player. I mean, he's had his experience in the BCB, so we'll definitely see that translated in his game today. 3 is up and no good from Clement. Of course, after this game as well, I was talking to Ben Stanley, the assistant coach, of course, the head coach for the Milton Keynes Breakers. Both him and Formaloza have got to get back to Milton Keynes straight after this game because there's training that they've got tonight as well over at Bletchley. So pulling double duties today, those 2 players. Here is Formaloza on the ball. Formaloza gets it back at the foul line, dancing his way to the hoop. And it's rebounded by Dominic Goodwin, of course, the younger brother of London Lions player Matt. Yeah, Dom Goodwin had a really good season so far this year. I mean, he had some really high-scoring games. I mean, in the semi-final, he actually put up 35 points. He had 10 assists and 6 rebounds, so a great stat line from him there. Here is Goodwin. So many key players to look out for Xaverian. Of course, Pelenis, the #2, a really dynamic youngster. And on the ball now, strings a 3 to the back iron.
Yeah, and Pelena's picking up the under-17s Player of the Year in Group A as well, so great youngster there for Xaverian.
Lots of individual accolades for these two clubs. We'll talk about that a bit later on. Here is Jaden Gomez.
Yeah, I mean, Gomez himself, I mean, he got the MCRB Ball Pro AM Young MVP over the summer last year, so.
As Pelenis with the runner. Tied at 4. 2 minutes and a bit of change played in the first. Thought about the 3 there from Oates. Oates still has it. 8 to shoot. Oates driving to the cup, and he'll go to the line for couple.
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough shot from Oates there. He's really getting, I mean, smothered on defense by the Xaverian defenders, but just able to draw the foul and get to the line.
Of course, we welcome you all to the Basketball England YouTube channel. If you've joined us, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Get some comments in. Let us know who you're following today. Already a few great comments. A full day of academy basketball on offer. Of course, following on from this, Kohler against Copleston in the WEABL final, and then it'll culminate with Manchester Magic taking on Myerscough in the All Northwest final. As Oates rattles in the second, and MK5D up 6 to 4.
Yeah, I mean, Calvin Oates picking up the CBL Group B MVP. Just picked that up before the game. He's definitely going to be one to watch out for today.
Going back door and finishing is Goodwin.
Yeah, great little cut there, but even better pass.
The aggression going right down the middle for MK. That's literally how they've started out this game, as Ben Morris the beneficiary there.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like every time that MK are driving at the moment, they just get into the basket. It's very definitely going to have to be look at clamping down on that.
Here is Formalosa. Slowing it down, methodical play. Again, going to the middle. Gets it up, and it's rebounded. And a foul is called. It was rebounded by Imei.
Mamodu.
Oh, excuse me, it was, yeah. So many players in that crowd, could barely see it myself.
Yeah, everyone wanted a piece of that one.
Oates straight away a 3, buries it.
Yeah, that is a tough shot. I mean, great little play there just to get open, but it's a really tough shot to sink that. Oates just showing why he got that MVP.
And Goodwin was looking for the lob, and it was intercepted. Formalosa now comes up with the Xaverian, though, get back well on defense. Oates, corner pocket 3, buries it again. Time out Xaverian.
Yeah, I mean, big back-to-back plays there from Captain Calvin Oates. Just, I mean, two perfect three-pointers, really. Just you could, if we didn't have these headsets on, we definitely would have heard that swish then.
And Xaverian calling a timeout, and Paul Cantwell, lots for him to think about, because at the opening stages, every coach does not like players going middle, and right now the first 3 or 4 offenses, you saw MK driving right down the middle to great success, and then Calvin Oates with a couple of 3-pointers as well. And right now everything going MK's way. They lead 14-6 with 6:13 to play in the first.
Yeah, definitely. So, head coach Paul Campbell definitely speak over probably the defense. I mean, as you said, they are driving. When they are getting to the basket, I mean, first couple of opening plays, we saw them get them. We saw them sink that layup nice and easy. Now the apologies, not Giants. Now the Xaverian defense has come across. It's just kind of that second help. They probably need to just talk that through, because now they are getting that wide open 3-pointer, and they're not going to want to let MK keep getting those 3-pointers, because if they keep letting, especially Calvin Oates, get those wide open 3-pointers, this score is going to get really out of hand early on. So Paul Campbell definitely, especially this opening quarter, won't want to let MK have that sort of double-digit lead. As long as he keeps it within that, they should be okay. Because, I mean, obviously, it's the first quarter. It's to have 36 minutes to play. Anything can happen in that time, but you definitely don't want to let it run away early on.
Start of a busy week for Paul Cantwell, the head coach of Xaverian. He's also the head coach of the Yorkshire Dragons. They're in the BCB Trophy Final on Saturday afternoon in Nottingham. They'll play the City of Birmingham Rockets.
Yeah, and he was there yesterday as well, obviously, with the under-17s.
Yeah.
So, busy week for him.
Xaverian, who are certainly a rising program out of South Manchester. As the ball is loose, and MK will get the ball as Clement was driving to the basket. .5:58 to play in the first period. And the MK5D Breakers have made a very, very promising start, led by that man, Formolosa. Here on the ball is Mahmoudou. Formolosa gets it back from Morris. And Formolosa long with his shot, but MK get it back. Oates. Oates long with his floater.
Yeah, you just saw that. Xaverian not going to let Calvin Oates shoot any more three-pointers like that.
Goodwin. Goodwin at the top of three. That's long, and Oates the rebound. Probably a little quick off the trigger there from Xaverian, but good to get a shot off. He was open, was Goodwin, and a good shooter. As a foul is called on the wing as Ben Morris hits the deck. That's Kelvin Clement's. Kelvin Clement's first foul. Right now, though, Xaverian shooting just 3 of 9 from the field compared to 5 of 8 for MK to start.
Yeah, it looks like they've struggled to get some shots off. I mean, taking shots quite early into the shot clock. Maybe they just need to settle down a little bit and see what they can get.
Oates driving to the cup, blocked. As Imei got the rejection, MK still have it. That's a shot clock violation. Great defense protecting the rim there from Xaverian.
Yeah, definitely more positive signs from Xaverian there. Just obviously forcing MK to that 24-second violation. But I don't think they'll mind it too much because they are using their shot clock to find some. They have got some really good shots off so far.
Probably the one broken offense that MK have had in this game thus far, and we're past the halfway point of the first period. Goodwin. Corner pocket three is up, and it's no good. The rebound, though, from Pelenis. Pelenis can't get a shot up. Ball is loose, body's on the floor, and the possession arrow stays with Xaverian.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a better offense from Xaverian there. I mean, they got a nice corner three there for Gomez from the corner. Rebounded Pelenis, but definitely more positive signs from Xaverian. Hopefully they can get something off this inbound here.
And that three grazes the rim from Gomez. Here is Formolosa. Formolosa inside, lovely cut to the basket, and the finish from Mahmoudou. Ozzy Mahmoudou, 2 of 2 from the field to start, has 4 points. Here is Goodwin. As Clement just about keeps his dribble alive, traveling violation is the call.
Yeah, some really tough D from MK there. Just forcing him into traveling the ball, basically. It was just hands every single time. It feels like every single time a Xaverian player picks up the ball, just getting absolutely smothered by MK. Really great pressure on defense so far.
Formolosa. Mahmoudou. Oates. A lot of time on the shot clock for MK. 3:40 to play in the first. Inside Oates, the finish from Morris.
Yeah, Xaverian are really going to need a score now just to kind of keep that lead within reach, but...
Clement drives along the baseline and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for a couple.
Yeah, good take there from Calvin Clement. Really experienced player, obviously playing GB 16s previously, England 14s, 15s, under 17s.
Substitutions coming in, Ossi Mahmoudou coming out. And into the game for the first time, Emmanuel Onwunemi.
Yeah, another really experienced player. I mean, Emmanuel Onwunemi, it was just last summer that I was seeing him playing at the Home Nations tournament back in Manchester.
As Clement misses the first foul shot for Xaverian. This is Xaverian's first trip to the foul line today. Of course, we talk about Xaverian's talent this season, 13-1 in Group A Tier 2. Here is Morris. Morris to the reverse. No, the finish is good though. Yeah. From McBarian off the bench.
Yeah, it feels like every time the shot's going up, there's someone from Milton Keynes is getting that rebound. And Xaverian, defensively, they're doing a good job of getting the stops, but now they're going to have to box out.
MK with 4 offensive rebounds in this game thus far. That's an offensive foul as well, as Bryce Tiako was driving to the basket.
Yeah, great position there from Onwunemi just to draw the contact, just to hold his stance. But I mean, the energy is definitely with MK at the moment. Xaverian, they're going to need a stop. They need to find a score and just get that momentum going.
Certainly reflected in the scoreline as well. 20-7 right now, and a much needed stop and a rebound there from Polenis. Here is Polenis. Gomez. Clement can't get that shot to go, and another offensive rebound this time for Xaverian. And Bryce Tiako will go to the stripe this time. Foul is called on Emmanuel Onwunemi. That's his first foul.
Yeah, great. Sorry, go on.
2:26 to play in the first, and now you take the floor.
Yeah, thank you, John. Yeah, I mean, yeah, great job there just to draw the foul, but great offensive rebound there from Bryce Tiako. Obviously, he got the under-17s MVP yesterday. I mean, he had a 26-point, 18 rebound game, so hopefully we can see some sparks of that here today.
Of course, the dynamic school finals taking place here yesterday. Goodwin a 3, money, much needed 3 for Xaverian.
Yeah, big time shot there from Dom Goodwin. I mean, we know he's a good shooter. Hopefully he's got into rhythm now, found some rhythm. We can see him hit a few more of those for Xaverian.
Patient build-up play though from MK. 6 to shoot. Formaloza driving to the cup. Doesn't get it to fall. Polenis with the rebound. Here is Goodwin. Goodwin surveying and gets his pass deflected, but Clement there to help him out. Clement now right down Main Street.
Yeah, that's a great take from Calvin Clement there. Just making the defenders dance a bit really there.
1:34 to play here in this first period. And Xaverian now starting to get into a little bit of a groove, and they get another stop as well. But MK get the ball back, and the finish from Xaverian.
Yeah, it looked like Polenis was trying to throw it off in there to retain possession, but wasn't quite successful.
Gomez. Gomez still has it, pulls up from mid-range. Clement skying for the offensive rebound, loses the ball, but is fouled, and he'll head back to the stripe.
Yeah, great job to draw the foul from Calvin Clement there. I mean, it was only last month he was actually at the Adidas Next Gen Euro League taking place there, taking part as part of the London Lions actually. So
yeah, number of academy players in that roster. Of course, Toby Gass from Kola, another player that really stood out for the Lions in that Adidas Next Generation EuroLeague tournament. As Clement makes the first, he moves on to 6 points, leading the way for Xaverian.
Yeah, he's done a good job so far, just driving and drawing those fouls. Just what Xaverian kind of need. They just need somebody to be that aggressor and actually get inside of that paint.
Of course, Xaverian got to this final, beating Sheffield College, their Group A rivals in the semis, as Clement again going to the basket. He'll go back to the line. And in the last minute and a half, we've seen Calvin Clement really attack the teeth of this MK defense, and he's taken a fair few trips to the foul line. 2 of 4 from the charity stripe right now. as Anthony Mutavani will come in for the first time, and Christian Xaverian will take a seat.
Yeah, Clement, you're just doing what Xaverian have been needed to do. It feels like in kind of the first, towards the start of this quarter, they were kind of a bit hesitant and reluctant to drive in and get those, just take the contact basically. But Clement definitely done a better job towards the end of the quarter. Hopefully the rest of the team can take some inspiration from that.
Clement at the line. Great to see so many comments, a lot of banter going on as well in the YouTube chat. As Xaverian get another offensive rebound, but a wild shot by May, and that will go out of bounds. Will actually stay with Xaverian. 9 on the shot clock, 48.8 on the game clock for the first.
Yeah, Mai, another player who took part in the MCR Pro-Am over the summer last year.
Clement, 4 to shoot. Clement dancing, but can't get the layup to fall. Gets his own rebound and sticks it in.
Yeah, that's a great take there. I mean, just that little crossover really quick. Defenders couldn't react to it. A shame he couldn't finish it, but great job at cleaning up on the glass there.
A 9-2 run from Xaverian to end the first at the moment. Great recovery, and the finish along the baseline as Onueme gets it to fall.
Yeah, Onwinemi, I mean, we know he's a bouncy player, we know he can do things like that, but what a way to bring the energy up just before the end of the quarter.
Great way to end that spurt that Xaverian had. Final seconds of the first, good win. Aggressive, and that'll end it for the first period as Calvin Oates heaves one. And 24 to 18 at the end of the first. It was 7 to 20 in favor of MK. But Xaverian in that last 3-minute period, really aggressive, and that was led by Kelvin Clement.
Yeah, I mean, really good turnaround there towards the end of the quarter. MK, they came out really strong. It just felt like every time they were shooting it, every time they were on offense, we were just seeing some great things. Every time they drove, if it wasn't on, they were kicking it out. They would just all seem to be on the same page. They kept that up, but the Xaverian defense stepped up a little bit, and offensively, as you said, they just stepped up completely, led by Kelvin Clement. I mean, 9 points in the quarter at the end there, so great turnaround.
Just one thing as well for Xaverian is their free throw shooting, 3 of 8 at the moment. They've been getting to the line, they just need to hit those free throws. And conversely, MK, 2 of 2, but shooting 55% from the field. Calvin Oates, of course, 2 3-pointers. He has 8 points to lead the way. But it's been a very good start for MK. They faltered a little bit, as we were talking about, in the final stages of that burst period. But they were attacking the basket. They were going down the middle, something every opposing coach hates to see. But they were draining their 3-point shots as well. They're a perfect 2 of 2 at the moment. Calvin Oates, of course, has both of those.
Yeah, and it seems like there's always an extra pass on. I mean, 6 of their players so far have scored in the game. And like that's really admirable, to be fair. It just kind of goes to show that they're playing really great team basketball. They're looking for the cut. They're looking for that extra pass. So good to see so many contributors from them. But Xaverian, yes, they brought it back quite a bit towards the end of that quarter. I mean, only within 6 points now. And as we said, we wanted them towards the end of this quarter to kind of keep it within that single-digit lead just to keep the game in reach. And now they've settled into the game. Hopefully in this second quarter, we can see a bit more signs from them offensively. But yeah, I mean, it's all to play for still. 30 minutes to go.
Absolutely, a lot of basketball to go. It was a 13-point lead at one point, as mentioned, for MK, and Xaverian have trickled it down to single figures. Of course, Xaverian beating Cardiff and Vale in the quarterfinals, and as mentioned, beating Sheffield College in the semis. MK beating Carmel College, and then defeating Crest Academy in the semis. And they get us back underway here in the second period. Extra pass, and the finish from Tom Rice into the game for the first time.
Yeah, that was a beautiful little dump off there from Onwinemi. Just as we were just talking about as well, just making that extra pass every time, always seeing where their teammates are.
Patient build-up play, great execution. And that'll be a backcourt violation. Great defense as well from Mutavani as well. Just really just suffocating the ball handler.
Yeah, it just really just gave Dom Goodwin no chance to breathe there. And that's just, I mean, as a ball handler, especially when you have that pressure up in your face, as soon as you catch the ball, it makes you panic a little bit. So good pressure from him.
Unwanemi. 6 to shoot for MK. Morris. And that's no good from Rice, and that'll be a shot clock violation as Rice along the baseline was going for the floater. Clement. Goodwin. And another turnover for Xaverian. And here come MK on the break. And the finish from Onwanemi.
Yeah, great break there from MK, just finding that extra pass again, just getting that open shot. There's just no Xaverian defenders back there to stop them.
Goodwin. Three-pointer up and off to the right from Tiako. And that pass asking too much of Rice. Onwanemi lobbing it up as Calvin Oates will come out. Formaloza checks back in. All of Xaverian's points so far have come from their starting 5 thus far.
Yeah, and Bryce Tiako just checking out again there, so.
Goodwin gets Mutavani up in the sky, but misses the 3. Clement battling his way, loses the ball, and MK will get it back as you saw there. Clement was just hounded by 3 or 4 MK defenders under the basket. Great rim protection from the team in red.
Yeah, but I mean, did you see how far he got up off the floor then to get that rebound? He's such a bouncy player. I mean, it looked like he had springs in his shoes or something then.
Formaloza looking for the trickery pass, but it came off a foot. So that'll be a reset of 14 seconds, and MK get the ball back. Nearly 2 minutes played here in the second period, or 1 minute 59 if you really want to be precise. 10-point lead for MK. Of course, following on from this, Kola against Copleston in the WEABL final, and then we finish it with Manchester Magic against Myers Co. All games on the Basketball England YouTube channel. Great day of academy final basketball here at the Essex Sport Arena. And the finish there from Onwanemi, who almost lost the ball, but still bobbled it in.
Yeah, I mean, he just claimed that painter's zone then, just so dominant, just nice little power dribble there.
Clement short with the 3. Onwanemi now moves on to 6 points. Formaloza. Stops and travels with it. Took an extra step after the screen there from Ben Morris that set him free.
Yeah, Xaverian probably need to score on this one now just to kind of get themselves settled into this quarter.
Well, the biggest lead thus far has been 13 points for Milton Keynes. They've got it to 12 again. Gomez a 3, that's short, and it's rebounded by Rice.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that we have seen about this Xaverian side is that they like to shoot the 3-pointer, but at the moment the shots aren't falling, so maybe they need to look at getting inside.
Clement gets the steal and the finish. Punching it home over Formaloza.
Yeah, I mean, he just felt that that was coming then. Calvin Clement, I mean, what a dunk that was. What a fast break.
Will it be the catalyst to a Xaverian run? They're getting into a little bit of rhythm. They just need a stop here. Onwanemi off the backboard. Here is Clement. A little bit of a momentum changer maybe, but Clement fluffs his lines with the pass. Here is Rice, it's one-on-one. Rice has it, Rice is blocked by Gomez, but a foul was called.
Yeah, I mean, great defense there from Gomez. Great job to get back, to get up there as well and get a hand on that, but unfortunately got caught for the foul. I mean, just see him there. Really got up there.
But took more of the play up than the ball as Tom Rice to the stripe, misses the first. He's been really aggressive under the basket since coming on at the start of the second.
Yeah, and I mean, Milton Keynes, sorry, apologies, MK, they haven't been to the line that much this game. I mean, in comparison to Xaverian especially. So credit to Xaverian being very disciplined on defense, especially when MK getting so many shots inside.
And Pelenis there with the block. MK, Milton Keynes, we can call them Shenley Brook as well. Here is Goodwin. Pelenis, lovely extra pass and the punch from Clement.
Yeah, that's a much better offense there from Xaverian. I mean, if we can just see a little bit more of that, they'll definitely get some more points up. Just that extra pass, just getting the ball inside.
Mutavani. Mutavani still has it. Enwanemi. Morris. Got to get something up, Milton Keynes. And that's another shot clock violation. Again, one pass too many. Their fans were counting them down. A little bit of a euro from Goodwin is no good. Enwanemi now has the ball. Picks his dribble up, and an offensive foul has been called. Scrappy offense from both teams at the moment.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, that settled sort of offense that we saw from the first quarter from MK, it's kind of gone away at the moment. But great job from Gomez there, just drawing the foul. One thing that Xaverian have done really well, I mean, throughout the whole game, their defense has been really good, and they have been disciplined. MK, and especially in that first quarter, just able to find that extra pass. But now, I mean, the 24-second violation just there, drawing that offensive foul. Great D from Xaverian.
Yeah, Jaden Gomez missing the layup. Mutavani. Formaloza, no hesitation. Clement with the block. And a foul at mid-court. And that's on Gabriel Formaloza. Second team foul for Milton Keynes, 5:13 to play. Both teams have been very disciplined at both ends. Defense has been really outstanding. As Tom Rice checks out. As another flush and a foul. And this time it's Yoma Imei with the flush.
Yeah, another great offense there from Xaverian. Imei just getting up there, getting that dunk through the contact as well. Definitely feels as if the momentum swung towards the way of Xaverian College at the moment.
I was going to say as well, Ozzy Mahmoudi was checked in for MK, but then of course Xaverian got the finish and they got the offensive rebound, but the miss there from Pelenis. Here is Mutavani. 4:56 to play in the half. Formaloza driving. Somehow gets a shot up, but it's rebounded again by Pelenis.
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough rebound. He every time feels like defensively, especially he's getting up there.
5 rebounds for Aminus Pelenis, as Goodwin with the midi is no good. And the ball is out of bounds. It stays with Xaverian. .431 to play here in this first half. 35% from the field. Xaverian are shooting a great improvement from 20% with 4 minutes to play in the first. As Pelenis, great body control with the layup.
Yeah, great take from him there. Just add another 2 to the total. And I mean, it's only a 4-point game now, so Xaverian, much more positive signs on offense.
Great fake there, but the block from Imei. Here is Gomez, can't get the layup to go. Great recovery. Mutavani getting in the way. Here is Morris, and Morris gets it to go, and a foul. Brilliant, brilliant sequence of play from both teams.
Yeah, I mean, good run in there from Morris. Pelenis tried to get up there, I think he just caught his wrist there. Unlucky for him, but great job from Morris there just to finish through that contact. And again, I don't know if you saw on that other end, I mean, Clement, how high does he get up every time he goes for that rebound? Great player to watch.
Of course, Xaverian have a lot of players that are athletic, and you saw it in that sequence briefly there. You've got to give it up for Anthony Mutavani, of course, as Pelenis goes to the basket and a foul. Action so quick, you can barely converse over what happened in the previous play.
Exactly, that's what it feels like. I mean, look at Polenis there, just going through the contact. He gets up there as well and just able to get that friendly roll in, but it's just a highlight play for highlight play at the moment.
We talk about Xaverian's athleticism. Of course, the previous play, when they were getting up and down the floor so quickly, led by Clement, but you've got to give it up as well to Mutavane. Of course, not the tallest player on the floor, but got his body in the way to do just enough and avoided being a screensaver for either a layup or a dunk. As Polenis now heads to the stripe.
Yeah, and I mean, this quarter, we know Xaverian a much more athletic side. Just to see them now actually getting inside, they've kind of realized, oh, actually, we are more athletic. We can get inside, we can draw the contact. And that's why the score is what it is right now. I mean, only a 4-point game. Much better swings compared to that 13 points that MK wrote by in that first quarter.
Bryce Tiako comes back into the game for Xaverian as Polenis will head to the bench. Here is Morris. Morris bumping his way in, turnaround jumper off the back iron. And it's collected by Xaverian. Here is Goodwin. Xaverian doing a good job of limiting second chance opportunities as well, as Goodwin to the cup, and he'll go back to the strike. As this will be trip number 10 and 11 for Xaverian in this first half. They're 4 of 9 at the moment. And a timeout called on the floor by Adam Digby, the MK coach. Of course, Paul Cantwell, coach of the year for Group B, Tier 2, and of course for Group A Tier 2, Group B's coach of the year, Adam Digby. So lots of great minds, especially at this level, and two coaches that understand academy basketball and youth basketball tremendously well. Yeah,
100%. I mean, you can see it when the players are playing. We saw offensively and defensively, you can just see through the players what kind of their style of basketball, their brand of basketball is. I mean, we've seen Xaverian, especially in that first quarter, they were shooting a lot of, they were high volume 3-point shooters. I mean, obviously, Paul Cantwell has recognized they're not falling. Now they're attacking much more. You know, he just kind of recognized what's happening in the game. Adam Digby, you can see how settled MK were when they came out. They were taking their time on offense, and it's real credit to the coaches because you can see that all the team is on the same page. No matter what's happening in the game, all the team are playing the same brand of basketball, the same style of basketball. So,
as said, Xaverian 13 and 1 in Group A Tier 2. And for MK, of course, this isn't the first time they've made it to a CBL final. Of course, they made it back-to-back in 2022 and 2024. Of course, they won the 2022-23 title with a 98-91 win against Bracknell and Wokingham. Incredible program here at the MK with the obviously the breakers at the BCB and the WNBL 2 level. There's lots of incredible talent coming out of there, led by Josh Merrington and Peter Taylor. As Goodwin makes the second free throw, and of course Goodwin, as we mentioned, the younger brother of Matt, playing for the London Lions, recently won the SLB Cup final. Mutavane loses the ball, excuse me, that was Gabrielle Knoll into the game for the first time, loses the ball. Here is Goodwin. 2:53 to play in the half. Clement, and gets his pass deflected by Rice. Here is Oates. Kelvin Oates goes to a three. That's short. Ball is loose. Ball is still loose, and Goodwin just about comes up with it. Gomez. Again, Xaverian methodical now in their approach.
Yeah, definitely looking more settled on offense.
Gomez, shot clock in single figures. Here is Clement. Pirouetting his way to the basket, doesn't get it to fall.
Yeah, that was a great take. I mean, just that little fake there. All the defenders jumped up, but couldn't get it to go, unfortunately.
Kelvin Oates again a three, this time off the back iron. And all alone, and the easy punch for Bryce Tiako.
Yeah, we know he's a bouncy player. I mean, he took part in one MCR basketball dunk contest, so.
That's Tiako's first field goal of this contest. Here is Noel. Oates, 5 to shoot. Oates somehow gets the ball up, and it will be a jump ball. It will be a Xaverian possession, though. 1:42 remaining in the half. And from leading by 13 early doors in this game, Xaverian have fought their way back. And as you were saying, Isha, this methodical offense that they're getting and going to Clement quite a lot has resulted in a 1-point deficit. They can take the lead here.
Yeah, they can. And just because they didn't come out strong doesn't mean that they weren't going to get that lead. I mean, they just needed time to settle into the game, and they've done that. And now they're playing their brand of basketball, and we're seeing it's really effective.
Goodwin inside. Gets his man in the air, and the finish.
Yeah, that was a great pass from Don Goodwin there.
Yeah.
Just beautiful, faking the defender out, straight into the hands of his teammate.
As Imei gets the finish, Yoma Imei, and that will be Xaverian's first lead since the early stages of the first quarter. 1:11 to play, and they get the turnover and the possession. Here is Clement. Goodwin. Goodwin just goes for the shot, doesn't get it to fall. And Noel just about gets it back as Xaverian were going for another second chance opportunity as Kelvin Oak took one to the face and is feeling the after effects of it.
Yeah, and just on that Xaverian offense there, I mean, every time MK forget to box out one of their plays, you can just see a Xaverian player flying in for that rebound. I mean, we spoke about how much of an athletic team they are, and if they're not going to box them out, they are going to get punished, so.
52.7 to play here in the half. Calvin Oates. Morris gives it back to Oates. Lovely backdoor pass. The finish, though, lacking from Rice. Ball is loose. Noel comes up with it. Noel somehow tried to get a shot up with his back to the basket. The ball smacks Yoma Imei right in the face. He's okay.
Yeah, I don't know how he got that one off, but, I mean, he draws a foul nevertheless.
Yeah. MK already in the penalty a couple of minutes ago, and Xaverian now with one more foul to give, but 38.2 on the clock for the first half. As Noel strings the first.
Yeah, I mean, Xaverian definitely been more disciplined defensively. If you take a look at the foul count, I mean, MK have one player on 3 fouls and they've got 3 players on 2 fouls. So this could, especially in a close game like this, that could come into play, especially in the last quarter.
Well, certainly foul shots will certainly play a part, especially the way this game has been going and how attack-minded both teams have been. MK, Shenley Brook have only gone to the line 5 or 7 times, excuse me, now, with that trip from Noel, whereas Xaverian are 5 of 11 from the charity stripe. 25 seconds to play in the half. Goodwin going to the basket. Ball is loose. It's collected by Morris. Here is Noel, just about keeps his dribble alive and turns it back over. Clement now. Xaverian looking to push. A wild layup attempt from Clement doesn't go. And his behind the back flashy pass goes right to the scorer's table. And you can see Paul Cantwell infuriated with that possession. He believes Calvin Clement should have gone for an easier pass.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to kind of it's just part of learning, isn't it? I mean, a lot of these players are still young. He thought that was the right pass. Maybe it wasn't the correct decision in that moment, but he'll only learn from it. So it was a good little sequence. I felt like we were going to be in for a highlight play there, but good job from MK to get back and just force the miss.
Emmanuel on when MA comes back into the game. Tom Rice checks out. Final seconds of the half. And an emphatic block there from Imei there as Calvin Oak was going for the last second shot. And that is half-time here at the Essex Sport Arena in our CBL Final. It is all tied up at 34 apiece. Both teams attack-minded. Lots of good offense. We've seen it from the majority from Xaverian, but some good shots, long-haul shots from MK have been dropping, particularly in the first quarter. And Shenley Brook MK shooting 43% from the field at the half, just 36% for Xaverian. But keep in mind, they started the game incredibly slowly, trailing by 13 points. They did get the lead towards the end of the half, and MK have brought it back, and we have a knotted game at the half.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be in for a really exciting second half action. I mean, both teams have settled into it now. Yes, MK came out to a pretty quick start, but as soon as Xaverian have settled into it now, this is where the game's going to be much more closer, especially when we see the second half. But yeah, I mean, if we look at the leaders now, Calvin Clement for Xaverian, we saw he was so dominant, especially in that second quarter there, towards the end of the first as well. 13 points at the moment. He's 45% from the field, so not too bad. But he has had 6 free throws, and that's just a credit to how he's been playing. He's been the real aggressor for Xaverian at the moment. And then taking a look for Shenley Brook, it's Calvin Oates, no surprise there. He's on 8 points, he's a leader. We saw him hit those 2 threes back-to-back in that first quarter to give them that little lead. But yeah, I mean, it's anyone's game in this second half.
And it is half-time here at the Essex Sport Arena. We're all knotted up at 34 in our CBL Final. And we will be back in roughly 5 to 6 minutes' time. Don't go anywhere. Hello everyone, welcome back to the University of Essex. The Essex Sport Arena is your host for the 2026 Academy Finals. This is the CBL Final between Xaverian College and MK Shenley Brook. It is all tied up at 34 apiece. Kelvin Clement leading the way with 13 points for Xaverian, and Kelvin Oates with 8 for Shenley Brook MK. John Hobbs and Isha Nair are here on hand to guide you through the action for the second half, excuse me. In the first half, Isha was very attack-minded, defensive-orientated at the same time. I know I sound like a bit of an oxymoron saying that, but both teams really attacking each other and getting down the middle and preferring to drive to the basket as opposed to going for long-haul shots.
Yeah, I mean, Milton Keynes especially, we saw so many drives from them, driving kick, driving dump off. As you said, there's really attack-minded. They were much more settled, and the offenses looked really great. I mean, it did slow down towards the end because, yeah, as you said, it's been offensive mind and defensive mind. So Xaverian's defense has been really good, and they have been disciplined. They haven't fouled too much, but Xaverian, I mean, so apologies, Milton Keynes, they were to find them scores, and then we took a look at Xaverian. Initially, they were setting on that outside shot, but obviously it wasn't falling, so that's when they kind of switched to what we're seeing now, driving, being aggressive. And with being aggressive and getting inside of that key, they are finding the scores, you know. I mean, they've been to the free throw line 12 times already in this game. Apologies, not 12, 11, but yeah, so definitely we'll see Xaverian continue to do that, getting into that key, being aggressive. Milton Keynes will just carry on seeing that disciplined offense, using the clock, trying to find that extra pass, that wide open layup. And yeah, we're in for a really good second half of action here.
As we get set to start the third quarter, and almost a threat there from one of our officials, Ben Silvardi, almost threatened to throw the ball at us. That was rude, wasn't it?
Just wanted to get you involved in the game, John.
How dare he? Here we go then. Start of the third period here at the Essex Sport Arena. Formaloza kicks it out. Oates a three in the corner pocket. Ball is loose, goes out of bounds. Xaverian collect possession. And a good offense there from Milton Keynes, almost taking away what we were talking about there, going straight for the three-ball first offense. Yeah,
literally, just as we saw them say that, we've seen them play that same brand of basketball, just driving in, bringing all the defenders, and then just finding that open player.
Goodwin. Polenis off the glass.
Yeah, textbook pick and roll there. Dom Goodwin just drawing the defenders in. Polenis, nice little cut, just able to get that nice, easy layup.
Oates. Looking for Formaloza, lovely pass inside. Goes back out to Oates with 7 to shoot. Oates dancing with Gomez. Good hands from Gomez, great defense from Jaden Gomez. And here is Clement. Goodwin. Goodwin gets past Formaloza, but the layup is way off, and straight away acknowledges the mistake, maybe just a bit too quick for his own good there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the intent was there. It was a good take, but maybe there's an extra pass next time. But obviously, as we say, I mean, at this age, it's still a lot of learning. So definitely just something to note for next time.
Bit of a broken offense there from Milton Keynes. Paul Cantwell wanted play to continue. Basket won't count. It was a foul at mid-court.
I'm not sure who the foul was on. Was it on Xaverian?
Well, it was on Xaverian. Now, there was a bit of confusion here because they thought that was an 8-second violation as Polenis comes out of the game. And,
yeah, that's the third foul for Polenis as well.
Yeah, third foul for Polenis, and Bryce Tioko has to come in. That's a big foul as well. Formaloza. And, well, there should be a foot violation, and it is called. So MK get the ball back, and a fresh 14. Early doors here in the third period. Of course, the WEABL final to follow after this game. And one nice finish inside from Ozzy Mahmoudou.
Yeah, I mean, that was a beautiful offense there. Just getting that inbound, faking the pass. Let's watch it back here. Just nice little pass, dump off again. Strong finish through the contact.
Ozzy Mamudu to the line for a bonus. He now moves on to 6 points, 3 of 3 from the field in this contest. And he gets the ball back. Here is Oates. Oates, pull up. And that's off to the left. Ball again goes out of bounds. And again, it stays with MK. Great momentum this from MK.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even just retaining that possession, just getting those shots off is good for them.
Loose ball, though. Oates just about collects it. Egberron, the runner, no good. And it's rebounded by Clement. And the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Xaverian. 6 rebounds now for Kelvin Clement to go with 13 points.
Yeah, just a really bouncy player. I've seen some great rebounds from him today, to be honest.
3 of his 6 have been offensive rebounds as well, as the ball is loose, collected by Morris, and now Morris looking to push. Finds Oates wide open, fakes his man, puts up a 3, strings it.
Yeah, I mean, Calvin Oates, not a player that you want to leave wide open, but Xaverian did a good job to get a hand in his face, but still able to finish.
3rd three-pointer for Calvin Oates. 3rd three-pointer for MK. Clement can't respond. Rebounded by Egberron. Oates again looking for the shot. Goodwin, though, right up in his grill. Formaloza dancing, finishing. The momentum is all with MK right now.
Yeah, I mean, great pass again from Morris, just giving it to Formaloza. Great finish. As you said, the momentum, the energy just completely with MK at the moment.
Xaverian, though, methodical in their approach, but Goodwin's pass deflected. He gets it back, 8 to shoot. And a blocking foul there from Calvin Oates. And already, well, that's actually the first team foul. And a first foul for Oates, but already we're seeing a lot of energy coming out in this 3rd period for Milton Keynes.
Yeah, and I mean, although it feels like they are much in control at the moment, it's still only a 5-point game, so Xaverian is still really in reach at the moment.
Goodwin kicks it out. Clement, a 3. That's off.
I mean, it was another good offense for Xaverian where they just weren't able to convert.
And that'll be Xaverian ball. It came off Formaloza last. Good hands from Clement. And just what Xaverian need in this stage of the game, as we have a look at the replay here. And correctly came off Formaloza's foot. So Xaverian with the offense. Here is Gomez. Clement again, corner pocket. 3rd straight miss from downtown for Clement. But another offensive rebound.
Yeah, Xaverian just not able to find their rhythm. I mean, from the 3-point line moment. They've shot 14 threes in this game. But they've not been bad 3-pointers. They've been good shots to take. I mean, it's been an extra pass out. They have been open threes. They're just really struggling to find their rhythm.
But one thing right now is Xaverian are out rebounding MK on the offensive glass, 15 to 9. And have only outscored them on second chance points, 7 to 6. But they get a turnover, MK. Oates pushing. Lovely pass, blocked by Clement. Huge rejection from Calvin Clement. MK still have the ball. Oates, a midi, in and out. And Goodwin with the rebound.
Yeah, Clement, not a player that you want to be going 2-on-1 against on a fast break.
Clement now going to the basket strong. He's fouled. The fans thought that was a clean block. It was 2 MK players going for the pin. And Clement's still down on the deck. And he's helped up by his teammates. Let's have a look. Well, in fact, we'll have a look at the rejection there as Formaloza was going for the layup. And then I think following on from that, here is that play.
I mean,
well, you be the judge.
yeah, just snatches it out of the air. But, I mean, yeah, contact was called. Referee obviously saw the contact. If it wasn't a foul, though, that would have been definitely one for the highlight reel. We can put it on the almost highlight reel.
Well, we've had a few highlight plays already in this CBL final, as Clement going to the stripe for a couple. Leading the way right now as he misses the first with 13 points. However, 3 of 7 from the foul line thus far. 35% from the field in this game. As a team, Xaverian shooting 35% from the field. And Clement misses them both. Tiago on the follow, doesn't get it to fall. Gets it again, and this time at the third attempt, sticks it in. Excuse me, that was Imei.
Yeah, mate, just good job just not giving up on that possession. Every time it fell, just bouncing straight back up. And we spoke about how athletic Xaverian are. If MK aren't going to box them out, they're just going to keep on getting those rebounds and those second chance points.
Oates still has it under the basket. And missing the pass there was Umwei. Here is Gomez. Goodwin fakes, goes to the shot, doesn't get it to fall. Good footwork from Goodwin. Ball is being wrestled, and possession arrow will stay with Xaverian. 5:33 to play in the third period. Gomez, a bit of space, short with the three.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Xaverian just need to not settle on a three-point shot at the moment, because their shots aren't falling, and they do getting such great success from driving in and drawing the foul, so.
Xaverian just 1 of 16 from downtown. As Oates misses the three, the rebound by Unweni, but he can't get it to fall. Here is Goodwin.
Yeah, Unweni just trying to bit of Xaverian's game there. Offensive rebound, trying to clean up the glass.
Good hands from Formaloza, and he gets it. And that's, well, play will continue. Morris to the basket. That'll go down as a block from Clement. MK fans are furious, and Clement with the flush.
Yeah, Calvin Clement, oh my days, getting it on both ends. Just a backboard block there, just pinging it off the backboard. Able to get the dunk on the other end, just everywhere at the moment.
Here is Formaloza, and this time he gets it to fall. As the MK bench still incensed with that rejection. They strongly believe that was a goaltend. I mean, I'm not going to say anything too much, but looked it from here, but I'm not a referee.
Yeah,
Here is Clement.
I mean, he just got up there.
6 to shoot. And another turnover. And Formaloza again gets it. And Goodwin does just enough. Oates wide open, a three. That's short. And on the follow, Formaloza.
Wow, what a tough shot that was. I mean,
end-to-end stuff.
Yeah, literally just finishing through that contact. Just no Xaverian players able to get back in time to successfully stop that.
Great footwork, driving to the basket. Clement gets it to go after losing the ball first time. He now moves on to 17.
I mean, it felt like he was up there for hours then. Every time he goes up, he really just gets so much hang time. Just able to finish, just waiting for the defenders to go back down and then taking the nice finish.
Morris misses the two from the baseline. Here is Clement. The offense is almost orchestrated by him. He'll go off the glass.
I mean, yeah, Calvin Clement getting it done just everywhere at the moment, both ends. Able to finish through all the contact, just hanging there in the air. Some real highlight play stuff. Watch this here. Just one step up just to get that much distance, take that long in the air. Really tough finish.
Christian Xaverian comes back into the game as Emmanuel Onwunemi took one right to the face on that layup attempt. And he'll head to the bench just to shake it off. No doubt we'll see him back into the game shortly. Here is Formaloza. Egberin. Morris had a bit of room there, decided to not go for the shot, but gets it to go with a player almost in his face.
He wanted the tougher one. He wants to add another one to the highlights. That's all it is.
Well, he got the friendly roll. 2:50 to play in the third. It's a 3-point lead for MK5D. Goodwin thought about the three, instead goes to the basket, kicks it out. Gomez, a three. That's short. Again, the ball is loose. Both teams are absolutely going for it, tooth and nail. Every loose ball is being competed with, and neither player is being given an inch.
Yeah, I mean, both teams already stepped up the ante in this second half.
Formolosa, and that'll be a foot violation, as Bryce Tiaku was playing a bit of football there. 2:26 to play in the third. And we're going to get another foot violation. Formolosa was looking there for Ben Morris, who was unmarked. And again, it came off Xaverian foot. Oates. Formolosa is wide open. Inside Morris.
Yeah,
5-point game.
Yeah, again, we see that good ball movement there from MK, just finding the best shot. They just really take their time on their offenses, don't rush into anything. And it's good to see that I've been sticking to that the whole game.
Goodwin still has it. And Tiaku now has it under the basket, but he's crowded by two MK defenders. Goodwin kicks it out. 3 is up. 3 is no good from Tiaku. And another 3 is no good. Just 1 3-pointer now out of 19 attempts for Xaverian.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame they can't get full because they are really the right shots. Most of the time, they are wide open. It's just really a shame that they can't get into that rhythm.
And Oates buries a 3, and that calls for a timeout from Paul Cantwell. And Milton Keynes now lead by 7 with 1:34 to play in the third.
Yeah, Calvin Oates, I mean, 4 3-pointers in the game, just really showing why he's that MVP. But Xaverian, obviously, head coach Paul Campbell called that timeout. Maybe they are struggling a little bit to get the shots on the offensive end, but they are creating the right shots. They are shooting the correct shots. When they are driving in, they're drawing in the defense. They are getting absolutely smothered. But now, in opposed to taking it up and trying to draw that foul, they're kicking it out, which is the correct shots in most games. But in a game where you're struggling to hit those threes, I mean, as I said, they're 1 from 19 now. They are really struggling to hit that outside shot. So it's weird, but in this case, even though they are wide open, maybe it isn't the best shot for them to be taken. Maybe they are better off at going up, drawing the contact, going through that contact, drawing the foul, and getting to the free throw line. But I mean, it's a tough one. But we'll see what happens when they come out this timeout now.
And conversely, for MK, they're now shooting 42% from the floor, and it's been very hard for them, you know, getting an offense going. Xaverian's defense has been absolutely stifling, but that speaks volumes to the MK offense right now. They're getting some good shots off, and they're connecting on them as well, particularly in this third period, because, you know, when we were at halftime, they were shooting 35% from the field, so the field goal percentage has gone up.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, like, credit to the Xaverian defense. They have been really up in their faces, but MK, they're just moving the ball around so quickly, which is why they're able to get those shots off, and they're good shots as well, the high percentage shots, so great stuff from them.
What have Xaverian got in the locker? A lot of their fans apparently watching on Twitch, on the social media platform, as Clement was going to the cup and he was fouled, so he'll go back to the line for a couple. And Calvin Clement, 19.7 rebounds, but 3 of 8 from the stripe in this contest. He's drawn 6 fouls as well in this game, and that just shows you the physicality, the aggressiveness he has attacking the basket.
Yeah, I mean, as we were literally just saying as well, in that timeout, that's where they're getting the success, when they are being aggressive and driving in. I mean, Calvin Clement, we've seen him play like this before. You know, he's played GB 16s. We've seen him on the England stage, 40, 50, 17. He has that experience, you know. He has that confidence to be able to drive in. He knows what shots he can take. And at the moment, we've seen him today so many times, just driving in, absorbing that contact, absorbing the pressure. And maybe he hasn't had the greatest success from the free throw line that I would have wanted, but the fact is that the intent is there and he's getting there, so.
Menas Pelenis supporting him with 9 points. However, he is in foul trouble in this game. 3 fouls with 1:20 to play in the third. It's imperative for him not to pick up another foul, stay disciplined, and really help Xaverian, especially as they're trailing by, well, now 6 points.
Yeah, and we have seen them be pretty disciplined throughout this game, especially his teammates have been very disciplined. I mean, everyone else only on 1 foul, so hopefully, I mean, this is, it's the big stage, but hopefully he can learn from it and rectify those errors when it really counts.
Xaverian with only 2 team fouls in this third period as Mutavane is fouled right on cue by Kelvin Clement. That's going to be his 2nd foul.
Yeah, a bit of commentator's curse there.
I'm not a dealer in superstition, but that was just excellent timing, I assume, as Mutavane looks for options and was looking for Morris inside. A bit risky considering Jaden Gomez was right in his face. And coming into the game for the first time, Kevin Urinki, the number 3. Only really a 6-man rotation for Xaverian in this game as Oates can't handle the ball. So good to see some more Xaverian players getting some minutes.
Yeah, definitely. See what impact he can have in this game now.
And here is Urinki. Gomez. Urinki gets it back and is blocked by Morris emphatically.
Yeah, but gets his own rebound, instant impact.
Yeah, still has the ball though. There's Xaverian. Here is Gomez. Shot clock winding down. Clement a 3, corner pocket. 2nd 3-pointer of this game for Xaverian.
Yeah, good to see them finally get one in because, I mean, they really deserve that. Some of the shots they've been creating really needed that one.
First 3-pointer since the first quarter for Xaverian, and they get a turnover.
Yeah, At
least I think it was a turnover. There were bodies right in the way of the referee there.
Yeah, referee called out of bounds. I think the MK fans, students, not a bit both maybe, definitely wanted a foul on that one. But again, that great pressure from Xaverian that we've been seeing all game.
Urinki. Gomez thought about the 3. Here is Pelenis. Pelenis off the glass, too strong. Ball decided to do a victory lap, but then rolled out. Here is Oates, final seconds of the third. Good defense from Clement. Oates gets a shot off, but it hits the side of the backboard. And it all stems to be an exciting 4th and final period. The gap is only 3. 51 plays 48 in favor of Shenley Brook MK5D.
Yeah, I mean, what an exciting game it's been already. What an exciting game it is going to be. It's only 3 points in this ball game. It's been a great first 3 quarters of action here. Xaverian obviously didn't come out the strongest, but definitely seen them pick it up. They had a few struggles in that quarter then, but MK again able to just get that lead again. It's still Calvin Oates who leads away with 13 points, with Ben Morris supporting with 11 there. And obviously, I mean, for Xaverian, it's Calvin Clement at the moment. Just absolute highlight plays on every single end of the floor. I mean, it's only 2 ends, on both ends of the floor. Offensively, he's getting up there, he's making those highlight plays. Defensively, he's just everywhere at the moment. It feels like any time an MK fast breaking, it's Calvin Clement on the other end. It feels like just in for a highlight play. And then Pelenis supporting him with that 9 points. I mean, 3 points in it could go either way. You know, it's anyone's game. We've still got 10 minutes left to play.
It's been a tightly contested contest if you take away the first 7 minutes of this game in that first quarter when MK raced out to a 20-7 lead. But since then, it's been fairly even, Stephen, but MK have had the lead for the vast majority, but Xaverian have been on their shoulders throughout. They have taken the lead at brief periods of the contest as well. But this is the quarter that matters. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And Xaverian looking to finish strong. MK5D looking to finish the task. And as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. And here is Mutavane. Mutavane straight away, attacking the basket strong. Was Mahmoudou, but he was blocked. It was a mixture of Xaverian players there getting the rejection.
Yeah, and it was Polinas and Imai who both themselves, I mean, Imai has 4 blocks, Polinas has 3, and if that was on him, that's his 4th, so.
But a turnover at the other end. Mutavane now will slow it down, and it is batted out of bounds by Yarenki.
Yeah, since checking on, he's done a really good job there. I mean, also now, I mean, it's MK inbound. It feels like every time there's been an inbound, Xaverian's been able to either get a foot there, get a hand there, or just force it out of bounds. So. Just
shows the athleticism that Xaverian have, but MK hold the keys. Formalosa gets it to fall just.
Yeah, got a nice little friendly roll there.
Clement. Polinas. Polinas fakes, goes to the basket instead. Too strong with the hook. Another stop for MK, leading 53-48. Mamudu to Formalosa. Formalosa still keeping his dribble alive. Good defense there from Polinas. Had to do very well and avoid picking up his 4th foul. Gomez rejects the screen. Kicks it out as Yarenki was the trailer, but he couldn't hold on to the ball. And Dom Goodwin is going to check back in. And Yarenki's energetic cameo off the bench comes to a close. But he has been an incredible component in that roundabout final 2 minutes of the 3rd and start of the 4th.
Yeah, really great contribution there from him. Just being a bit of a pesky defender on the defensive end, and some great cuts as well on the offensive end.
Mutavane over Polinas, and Polinas got fingertips to it. That's 4 blocks now for Polinas. Goodwin puts up a 3. That's off to the right. And somehow Xaverian keep it. Clement dancing his way to the cup, and he'll go back to the line. And again, Kelvin Clement attacking the middle and just finding gaps that not many other players can exploit.
Yeah, and it's just that great athleticism that he has. He's just able to take those long strides. His footwork's pretty excellent as well. Just as he takes those strides, you know, as soon as he goes up in the air, he just waits. He just waits for the defenders to jump up, to jump down and get a hand on him. He's able to just draw the contact. I mean, he's had 7, that's his 7th foul that's been on him this game. And if you look at, for Shenley Brook now, they've got quite a few players who could potentially be in foul trouble. I mean, Manadu now, that's his 4th foul on him. And, you know, he's been quite a big contributor. I mean, he's 100% from the field, so maybe the fouls might start coming into play for Milton Keynes, so we'll see what happens, especially towards those final minutes.
Well, we did say around about the 2nd period that this could come down to free throws. And as this game progresses, if it stays like this, then it certainly will be coming down to foul shots. Oates. Formalosa attacking Goodwin. Oates gets it back. Shot clock at 9. Oates at the top. Creates some separation. Can't put in the 3. A bit of an ooh and an ah there from the MK fans.
Yeah, it feels like every time the ball leaves his hands from outside the arc, it's going to go in.
Gomez, that's short.
Some great boxing out there from the MK defenders, just stopping Xaverian from getting any offensive rebounds.
And there's an and 1 at the other end. Xaverian, the recipient. And he'll go to the line for a bonus, and Paul Cantwell is going to bring some reinforcements. Bryce Tiako will come back in.
Yeah, Burren there just finishing through that contact. Yeah. Getting up there, breaking free.
Yoma Emie comes out. As Ossie Mamudu will check out as well for MK. Tom Rice checks back in. 3-point play good for Xaverian. He now moves on to 7. MK now with a 6-point lead. Gomez. Clement can't hang on to the ball. That's turnover number 11 for Xaverian.
And I mean, what Xaverian have done good all game is that when they have driven, they've found the extra pass, they've kicked out when they have been able to. But again, it's just their three-point shooting. It just hasn't been on the mark today. They have struggled behind the arc.
Oates sees a lane, but great hands from Clement. Here is Pelenis. Pelenis loses the ball, and a whistle has gone, a late whistle. But a foul has been called. I believe that's on Ben Morris. And that'll be Ben Morris's first foul of the contest. Gomez, Pelenis, Clement. Clement again going down Main Street. Offensive foul is called. 6:48 to play. That's a third foul on Kelvin Clement.
Yeah, I mean, great stance there from Egbron, just absorbing that contact, just holding his stance. I mean, especially when it's Kelvin Clement coming at you, that athleticism, that power that he goes in with. Not the easiest of charges to take, but he just did a really great job there, just holding his stance.
And he took one as well, right in the leg. He's trying to run it off as Ossie Mahmoudou checks back into the contest. Bodies on the floor again as Clement and Morris collided.
And that is the fourth foul.
That's a fourth foul, yeah.
That's a really big foul in the context of this game. I mean, Kelvin Clement, 25 points, 7 rebounds. For Xaverian. He's
got to come out as well. 2 fouls in a matter of about 15 seconds. That's huge. As Bryce Tiaku comes back into the contest.
Yeah, now, I mean, head coach Paul Campbell is going to have to make a decision. How long is he going to keep Kelvin Clement out for? Is he going to put him back in? Can he trust him to not get them fouls again? But we'll see how Xaverian's offense copes without Clement now in the next possession.
Excuse me, Ferdinand Dapa into the game. Bryce Tiago was already on the floor as he comes on, the number 7. 6-point game, 6:41 to go here in this fourth quarter. Formalosa. Great defense from Xaverian. In fact, it was from Dapper off the bench getting the stop. Gomez, catch and shoot, short, but he gets his own rebound. Goodwin on the catch and shoot at the other side. He was short, but he's fouled in the act of shooting. He'll go to the line for 3.
Yeah, I mean, that's the 4th foul on Formalosa now. That's another big foul in the context of this game. I mean, great kick out there from Gomez. Just that extra pass from Dapper.
And with Clement as well on the bench, it is all about the players that you see on the floor for Xaverian. Of course, Clement has got 25 points, but no other player has reached double figures. Goodwin can reach it from the foul line here. He now moves on to 9, but just Goodwin and Pelenis have 9 points to support Clement right now. So it's all about who steps up for Xaverian. That's a key statistic, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because we can talk plenty about how it's a big loss for Xaverian, but we should put our focus on, who is going to step up? Who's going to step into that position of Clement and make up for that lack of scoring? As Goodwin enters double figures there.
Yeah. 2 out of 3 from the strike for Dom Goodwin. Here is Formalosa. Gets the screen from Oates. Still has the ball. Ball is loose. Rice comes up with it. Shot clock at 10. Oates looking to dance with Goodwin. Oates still has it. Good defense from Goodwin. Formalosa along the baseline. That's no good. Ball is still loose. And I think that'll be a shot clock violation. It accidentally went to 14.
Yeah, another great defensive possession there from Xaverian. I mean, Formalosa, he drove. I mean, it was easy. There was a chance for him to pick up an easy foul on that one there, but all players just held their stance. Didn't fall to the temptation of swinging their arms down. And we've seen them do that all game, which is why the foul count hasn't been, well, they've only already got 1 player who's in foul trouble.
Only 9 points have been scored in this fourth quarter total, 4-5 in favor of MK. That just tells you how fiercely competitive this contest has been, and it really has been throughout as we prepare ourselves after this game for the WEABL final. Cola, the City of London Academy taking on Copleston. Of course, the latest chapter in an incredible rivalry between Jackson Gibbons and Nick Drain. Here is Goodwin. Polenis at the top. Goodwin. And Goodwin rattles it in. Thought about the pass, decided to go for the shot.
Yeah, great.
Goodwin now moves on to 12.
Yeah, great little fake there, just forcing the defender to turn his head. And as soon as he gets that space, you know he's going to shoot it and pull that trigger.
Formaloza. Rice. Good hands from Gomez. 6 to shoot. Formaloza still has it. And the ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Milton Keynes, but with 2 on the shot clock. So MK have got to get busy here as Anthony Mutavani comes back into the game.
Yeah, and again, we just see another great defensive possession from Xaverian. I mean, even though they forced, even though the ball stayed with Milton Keynes, 2 seconds is a tough amount of time to get a shot off.
And that's why Mutavani is in, just to get that extra scoring option, especially from the perimeter, because it looks like they might have to go to the perimeter, but they go inside as Morris just about grazes the rim.
Yeah, they did a good job to get that one off there. Shame it couldn't fall, though.
Goodwin. Just sense that every possession takes on a new significant meaning as Goodwin is fouled going for the shot on Formaloza. And that is Formaloza done. He's fouled out.
Yeah, that is a huge, huge foul in the context of this game. I mean, Dom Goodwin did a good job there. I mean, he sensed where the defender was. He saw that Formaloza was kind of on the back foot. Just went for that pull-up shot, drew the foul. And yeah, Formaloza out of the game now.
Yeah.
It's huge for Milton Keynes. He's done such a good job all game at kind of setting up his players offensively. I mean, he had 10 points. He only had 4 assists, but there was definitely so many extra passes or a pass that led to a score there from him. So
can chuck in 2 steals for good measure as MK with no more fouls to give now as Goodwin attacks the basket. And it's rebounded by Xaverian. Xaverian have 1 more foul to give. What a pass from Oates, and the finish from Xaverian. That was pretty.
yeah, great pass, great finish, but big miscommunication from Xaverian.
Polenis misses the 3 at the top, gets the ball, drives down Main Street, offensive foul. Big stop. A 2-possession game, 3:56 to play, and a 4th foul now on Polenis.
Yeah, great job from Ben Morris, just holding his stance, taking that contact, putting his body on the line for the team.
Mutavani can sense each club now methodical in their offensive approach. Mutavani at the top, drives inside, on the spin, turnaround. And Polenis rebounds. Rebounded by Polenis. That's rebound number 8 for him. Here he is on the ball. Goodwin. Goodwin now attacking. 3-pointer up and no good from Daffa. Here is Mutavani. Oates, lovely pass again, but this time Morris can't finish. And Polenis throws the ball out of bounds. Another miscommunication there between Polenis and Goodwin. And a timeout has been called by MK.
Yeah, Coach Adam Digby there probably just, I mean, they probably have, they have it on the baseline? Yeah, they have it on the baseline. Just probably looking to draw something up here, probably get a quick score. So 2-possession game, I mean, only 4 points in it. Every offense matters at the moment, so.
Well, you just see some of the highlights. There is Formaloza's 5th and final foul. You can see him frustrated with himself, going for that, or contesting that jumper, anticipating exactly what Goodwin was going to do. Very smart, as you mentioned as well, from Dom Goodwin to get him to commit that foul. and it's a big, big play for Xaverian. But also, conversely, they've got to watch out because Polenis is also on 4 fouls, and that could really even the playing field in different styles of offense for both teams.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, as I said, Polenis on 4, and Clement, who was on the bench, he's also on 4. So now for head coach Paul Campbell, it's like, how long are we going to give that rest to Calvin Clement? I mean, are we going to bring him back on? Are we going to risk it? There's only 3 minutes to go now, so, I mean, it's make or break time, really. Xaverian will need to get a stop on this possession here, and they'll probably need to find a score on the other end because...
But seeing how Calvin Clement, who looks to be returning to the contest now with 3:02 to play, knowing his style of basketball, are very attack-minded and will compete for absolutely everything. He's done that all game long. Is that a good thing to have him on the floor, or could it be a bad thing?
I'd say the only time it's a bad thing to us is defensively. I mean, he jumps at everything. You know he's going to go for that block, but he really does just put his body on the line. He's diving on the ball on the floor. So, yeah.
Well, we've got under 3 to play. We'll wait and see. Here he is on the ball. Polenis sets the screen. And Polenis under the basket. Can't get that to fall. And at this period of the game, those have got to fall.
Yeah, they are. But he's done such a good job all game at getting that roll. Every time he rolls, he gets the ball wide open. That is a good shot for him to take.
As the pass from Oates goes right out of bounds, it will stay with MK5D Shenley Brook. 14 on the clock, 2:30 to play in this game. Both teams over the limit. So it looks likely that it could come down to free throws, particularly in the final 2 minutes. If the intensity is anything as what we've seen in this game. Shot clock at 5 for Xaverian. Still has it. Uses his footwork to get a shot off. Ball is still loose. And we have a foot violation, and the possession arrow will go the way of Xaverian.
Yeah, again, that great defense from Xaverian, just forcing MK5D to take not a great shot, but if they can't get the rebound, they can't clean up the glass, then all that defense isn't for nothing. They did all that hard work and just couldn't follow up on it. Lucky to have the ball back still.
Goodwin was lucky to keep his feet going there as he throws up a 3. That's flat. And it comes to MK. Here is Oates. Oates will use and milk as much of the clock as possible. Mutavani. Xaverian 3, that's no good. Still a 2-possession game. Polenis inside, and a foul is called as Bryce Tiago was going for the finish. And you saw the height differential between Tiago and Mutavani, but Mutavani, as you see on the replay, still going at it.
Yeah, he got up there. I mean, we spoke about the athleticism on Xaverian, but again, yeah, as you said, Mutavani there, just getting up off that floor. And this is a much-needed opportunity for Xaverian. They really struggled to find their flow offensively when Clement went off the floor.
Another miss, though, from the foul line. Bryce Tiago with the miss. 10 of 21 in this game. And MK fans letting him know about it. Makes the second, but the chance of make your 3 throws ringing out around the Essex Sport Arena. Oates. Mahmoudou. Again, Milton Keynes milking the clock, and a big, big 3 for Oates.
Yeah, you do not want to leave him open. You cannot not put a hand up when it's against Calvin Oates.
Tiago is blocked. And a foul at midcourt by Goodwin. What a 3 from Calvin Oates, his 5th of the game, and perhaps the dagger.
Yeah, I mean, talk about making it when it matters. Calvin Oates, we've seen him all game. I mean, just to open it in that first quarter, he hit them back-to-back 3s. From that moment on, Xaverian, every single time he had the ball in their hands, they were not letting him get a shot off. And there you can just see that big block at the other end from Mahmoudou. Just great big plays on both ends of the floor. And perhaps those two were the plays that have sealed the deal for MK5D there, you know. Big three, big block. Xaverian really needed a score off that possession there. And 1 minute, 9 seconds to go.
And that foul as well puts Xaverian in the penalty. So after this timeout, there will be free throws and a chance for MK to extend their lead to 8 points. And at this pivotal moment of the contest, that three from Oates, absolutely huge, and they can potentially try and ice the game from the foul line, because if they make these free throws and Xaverian get a quick bucket, they can still just milk the clock.
Yeah, they can. I mean, the time is on their side at the moment, and we saw then, I mean, Dom Goodwin doing with the intentional foul, because Xaverian do need the time on the clock, you know, just forcing the game to stop a bit, giving MK their free throws, and with the hopes that obviously they'll gain possession after these.
Adam Digby and the head coach and Calvin Oates just sharing an embrace there. Game's not over yet. There's still 1 minute and 9 seconds to play. As Ozzy Mahmoudou, one of the unsung heroes of this team, strings the first. Big free throws for Shenley Brook. And he bobbles in the second.
Yeah, big time shots there, just extending that lead.
Goodwin. They need a score here, Xaverian, by any means necessary. Goodwin attacking, kicking out, three corner pocket, misses everything. Polenis gets the offensive rebound and sticks it off the glass.
Big time shot from Polenis there. I mean, offensive rebound, just that nice little hook shot. Big time shot, really making it when it's counts.
And they get a steal as well. Goodwin. Gomez wants it. Clement collects. Clement will go to the line for three.
Wow, I mean, talk about turning it on when it matters. Xaverian. This is a big time shot from Polenis. Kelvin Kluwer over then Calvin Clement there, just jumping up, getting his hands on the ball, giving Xaverian the possession back in there. Big time shot in the corner. Wasn't good, but again, he's drawn the foul. So really big moment here for Xaverian.
You can almost sense Coach Digby for MK just telling his team, don't rush anything and don't let them get opportunities at the foul line, especially from downtown in probably the worst position as well, the corner.
Yeah, I mean, as we said though, this whole game, this is learning. For some of these guys, it might be their first time playing on this big stage. And even though they are in a final on the big stage, it is all learning, and they'll know, you know, for future, that corner shot, probably not the one where we need to do that extra fouling.
Kelvin Clement now 7 of 14 from the stripe here today. The biggest free throws of his season, and he clangs the second. Xaverian now 12 of 23 overall. And he's 2 out of 3. So it's still a 2-possession game, 38.8 to play. As Christian Xaverian comes out of the game, Gabriel Noel comes in. Again, MK going small just to give them a bit of space. And another turnover. Xaverian get their hands in the way again. Goodwin, a three. No. We have a player down as well, and Ozzy Mahmoudou hits the deck hard. There could have been a call there for a foul. We have a look at it here as he goes right into Dom Goodwin. Well, we've seen them called before, but the more important thing is Mahmoudou, and I hope he's okay because he looks in a lot of pain. And he's being helped up and not putting any weight on his right foot. And he gets a standing ovation, and rightly so, from the MK supporters here today. 8 points, a flawless 3 of 3 shooting, and 6 rebounds. He has been absolutely immense today.
Yeah, he has a really big, great performance from him. But, I mean, let's take a look at just that Xaverian press there. Just, we saw back-to-back times, just using that press and just forcing MK to, with that turnover, and retain the ball back. Obviously, a shame they couldn't get the score, but really great signs just with that press getting the ball back.
24 seconds remaining. As Calvin Oates caught in a straitjacket, and now this time Dom Goodwin is feeling the effects. As chants of MVP ring around the Essex Sport Arena for MK5D's Fab Five himself, Calvin Oates. And he has been absolutely fantastic today, hasn't he? 16 points, 4 of 10 from downtown. 5 boards, 2 assists. You can make that 17 points now with 20 seconds to go, and the shot clock will be turned off after these free throws.
Yeah, the captain, he's really led by example today, just really showing his experience, showing why he got that Group B MVP, showing that experience that he's got from the BCB. Really led by example today, and big performance from him.
Makes them both. Time out Xaverian. Paul Cantwell wants to talk it over. It's a 6-point lead with 20 seconds on the clock. And speaking to Ben Stanley before this game, the assistant coach, he had a lot of confidence in his players, and he thought that this game would come down to the guard play of MK, and it certainly has proved to be that way today, hasn't it? With Formaloza on 10 points and 4 assists. He obviously is now fouled out. Calvin Oates with 18 points, and chance of MVP ringing around whenever he gets the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he's 40% from the three-point line, and he's hit some really big shots. He hit those 2 big shots in the first quarter, back-to-back threes, and he's just hit this 3 now where it's really mattered. Just extend that lead to give MK5 that little cushion. And yeah, he just hit them free throws. Just really big all-around performance from him, just leading his team by example. And as we see teams coming out of the timeout now, I mean, Paul Campbell definitely would have drew something up. I think they'll be looking for a 3-pointer. Not sure who from. I mean, there's a lot of players out on the court right now who can shoot that 3-pointer, but who's going to shoot it when it really counts? Who can sink it with all this pressure? I mean, it's not an easy shot, especially at this young age when a lot of these players are just at the start of their careers in basketball. So
Pelenis, Gomez, big shot. No good, and it's rebounded by Morris. Shot clock is off, final seconds now. And Oates will look to keep the ball as long as he can. Xaverian still playing defense. Credit to them, but the result now, it's academic. MK know it, the fans sense it. Adam Digby still barking instructions as Noel is going to come back in for the final 3.7 seconds as Tom Rice checks out. As Noel will take, or excuse me, Morris will keep it, and that will do it. The CBL title reigns red with MK all over it. Shenley Brook, MK5D, your 2026 CBL champions, and my goodness me, they've deserved it.
yeah, what a great performance. They really put in a shift today. I mean, they came out really strong. They gave themselves a comfortable lead. Xaverian, I mean, credit to them. They did not give up the entire game. I mean, the defensive pressure, they put on so much. They were so aggressive offensively. But MK just able to come out on top, just able to keep composed, even though Xaverian did bring it back by quite a bit there. Just able to keep that lead, keep cool when it really matters. I mean, real credit to the boys out there. Really played their heart today on both sides. But MK, they will be the champions, the CBL champions.
Calvin Oates, 18 points, 4 triples, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal to his name. Ably supported by Ben Morris, who had a businessman-like performance, 1 rebound shy of a double-double. He had 11 points, 9 boards, and 5 assists. A really good all-round performance from him. Index rating-wise, he led them all, Ben Morris, with 17. The fans believe Kelvin Oates would be the MVP, but Ben Morris certainly has a shout as well. Leading all scorers, though, in vain. Kelvin Clement with 27 points. But a huge, huge stat. And we spoke about it throughout, as we see there the score, 11-5 in that final quarter for Xaverian, but not enough. Is Xaverian 2 of 29 from downtown. That's a really telling statistic, and also 52% from the foul line. Conversely, 4 of 12 for MK from downtown, but 9 of 13, a slightly better percentage for the winners.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, it's a big stage to step up onto. I mean, Xaverian, obviously, maybe not the percentage that they would have wanted today from the 3-point line, but credit to them, they know what they could do well. They were creating the shots. Whilst the 3-point percentage wasn't the highest, the shots that they were taking were good shots. I mean, it's one of those cases where the stats don't necessarily always tell the story. Yeah, they didn't go in, but the fact that they're able to create those shots, even at this age, when some of these guys are at the start of their basketball careers, real credit to them. Every time they drove, they were driving it, they were bringing the defense in. That kick out, they were just some really good offense in there, and it's a real shame that they couldn't hit some of those. But hopefully they'll just grow and they'll learn from this performance. Because I mean, they have a few players who have played on this stage before, but others, this is their first time stepping onto it. So at this age especially, you know, they're kind of going towards the senior end sort of now, stepping out of that junior age. This is a really great experience to have for them, and hopefully they'll just learn and grow from it. But credit to them, they played until the final seconds of that game. I mean, literally in the last minute, we saw them get those 2 defensive stops from that press, you know. So really great performance from them. I mean, and as you say, the MVP, there's quite a few players in contention there, especially for Milton Keynes. I mean, obviously, Calvin Oates putting on those highlight plays, but Ben Morris kind of, as you said, just silently going about with his work, you know, double-double, doing the kind of the things that don't necessarily show up on the stat sheet. He had that pass before the assist a lot of the time, so I suppose we'll see in a second who it's going to go to.
So the trophy ceremony now will begin. Isha, I think, will take her place along the baseline to get the coach and the MVP. As Xaverian College will collect their runners-up medals. Kelvin Clement, what a performance. 27 points, a game high for him. But even in defeat, they really competed hard. As said, 13-1 this season in the CBL Group A Tier 2. And Dominic Goodwin collecting his runners-up medal. Such a great future ahead of all these players that you see before you. And great sportsmanship, handshakes all round from the Xaverian players going up to the MK players. Of course, following on from this, coming up next, it's the WEABL Final, as Kohler take on Copleston. And of course, coming up later on, the EABL Final between the Manchester Magic and Myers Co. One trophy, though, already decided here today on Academy Finals Day. MK, Shenley Brook, 5D are your 2026 CBL winners. And listen to this. Great noise here in Essex. Anthony Mutavane, what a performance from him. Such hustle. Never gave up on any play. Calvin Oates. What a performance for him. 4 triples. Gabriel Formolosa, who after this game, alongside Oates, will have to get this out of his mind, and he'll have to take training tonight for the Milton Keynes Breakers in the BCB, as will assistant coach Ben Stanley. But for now, they will enjoy this moment. They'll drink it up before they head back down to the M1 and to MK. There you go, Chris Irie there just getting his winner's medal, and Tom Rice, who did very well today in spurts off the bench. And again, the great sportsmanship reciprocated by MK going over to the Xaverian team there. And now it's the MVP award to be announced.
With 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 18 points.
It is
Your division.
Calvin Oates is going to be named the MVP as the Essex Sport Arena comes unglued. Calvin Oates, MVP for the 2026 CBL Final. 18 points, 5 of 17 from the field. He only hit 1 2-pointer, but 4 triples, including a dagger 3 that sealed the deal. 4 of 4 from the line, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. And now there's 1 trophy left. Gabriel Formolosa will collect the winner's plaque. And there's one thing left for him to do as he lifts the plaque, and MK win the CBL title for 2026. Not quite how Gabriel Formolosa wanted to celebrate, but who cares? They're winners. As they now pose for pictures, as our Basketball England photographer Luke Simcock alongside the various videographers. Derek Eze there, one of the videographers, just getting the team hyped up. Congratulations to MK5D Shenley Brook on a fantastic way to tip off Academy Finals Day here at the Essex Sport Arena. They win it 65-59 over Xaverian College. And in just a moment, Isha will get a player and a coach. Hopefully she'll get Coach Digby and Calvin Oates. Yeah, and Adam Digby and Calvin Oates, both of them side by side. And Isha is with Calvin, and Isha, it's all yours.
Thanks, John. Yeah, I'm here now courtside with MVP Calvin Oates. So Calvin, 18 points, 5 rebounds. How does it feel to be taking home that MVP?
It feels great, you know. It's unreal, really. I feel overwhelmed a little bit because I've never been on the main stage like this before, stuff like that. But honestly, it was just a great day. Like, all the fans came out to see. I had my family, my girl in the crowd, everyone in the crowd. Like, so it's great just have such a big accomplishment in front of everyone.
Yeah, so, I mean, you guys came out pretty strong. I mean, you had a 13-point lead at one point in that first half, but Xaverian, they did bring it back just a little bit. So what was the talk kind of at half-time? What was the talk on the bench to kind of stay together as a team and kind of overcome that?
Well, our main thing this year has been staying together as a team, like you said. So our main thing was, as long as we stick together, we're going to win. And like that's what it showed out there. Like we stayed together, we're getting huddles, getting touches in. Like it was great. And then during half time, we're just talking about like tactical stuff, like being in the gaps, hitting on the roll, stuff like that. Just general stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So final thing, I mean, at the end there, it was a pretty close game. I mean, you hit that big 3-pointer and you had them free throws at the line. The whole arena was chanting MVP. How did it feel in that moment?
It felt great. A little bit off-putting while I'm trying to shoot my free throws.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, great performance, really good job on the win, and yeah, go celebrate. I'm not going to keep you for any longer.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And in just a moment, we will get Coach Digby's thoughts on the game as well. Calvin Oates on the big stage, delivering when it matters, MVP. And the man, the mastermind behind it all is Coach Adam Digby, and he is with Isha.
Adam, I mean, you guys finally got the win. You finally finished off the season, you got that win. How does it feel now to be taking that home?
It feels great. To come here and lead from start to finish. I think they went 2-0 up, and then that was their only lead. For us to be able to execute the way that we played, and to stick to our game plan and do the things we've talked about all week long while we prepared for this game, it's really, really great.
Yeah, so you guys came out really strong. I mean, you had 13-point lead at one point, but Xaverian, they did bring it back just a little bit. So, especially at half-time, kind of, what was the talk in the locker room? What were you saying to the guys to kind of keep that togetherness?
It was about rebounding. Every time we rebounded and did a good job tagging the roller out of their pick-and-roll stuff, we extended the lead out to 10. When we didn't do those things, when we went away from it, when we let Bryce and Ermanas, as we know they will, come crash the boards and dominate at that, they cut the lead down single figures, 3-4 points. Then we dug back in and did it again. So, yeah, that was the message, and it had been the message all week, to be honest. The guys managed to dig back in and get to it, and we walked away with the trophy, which we've got to be happy about. Yeah,
really well deserved as well. But so looking at kind of the stats now, you guys had 42 points in the paint, and the shots were falling for a lot of the time. But sometimes, even though you kept playing that same brand of basketball, the shots didn't fall. So what were you saying to the guys, especially to kind of keep playing that basketball even though the shots weren't falling?
Exactly that. Just stick with it. We want to get paint touches. We want to get kick-out threes. We got good shots for us. They just, like you said, they didn't go in. We'll take that all day long, because over the course of 40 minutes, it's going to come back our way. And obviously, it did in a big way with Calvin hitting a big one at the end. So yeah, we just keep going, keep playing our brand of basketball, keep playing Breakers basketball, and when we do that, we win.
Yeah, so I mean, the CBL Championship now, that's one tick off the box. What's next now in the future for
Hopefully for us, EABL. We put an application in this summer. We find out in May if we've been lucky enough to get that, and hopefully we can do that and take these guys onto a bigger stage against better opposition. I mean, take nothing away from Xaverian, they were great today. But week in, week out, the difference between CBL and EABL, we want to be playing at that top level. We've got the guys to do it, we've got the club behind us, supporting us, and we've got the 5D Trust giving everything they can and putting money in and helping us out. So we want to do it for everybody. You saw our support today. The whole school, the whole trust is behind us, so we want to keep bringing trophies back to MK.
Yeah, really great performance for the team. Really good job, Coach. I'm not going to keep you any longer. You can go celebrate, and yeah, good luck for the future.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Isha. And that brings a close to the CBL final coverage. But keep it locked here on the Basketball England YouTube channel, as me and Isha will bring you coverage at 2 p.m. of the WEABL final, pitting Cola, the City of London Academy, against Coppleston High School. Join us then. Till then, bye for now.